Aloha and welcome to Moonscopes. Today you'll find out the general heavenly astrology forecast beginning with the Libra new moon on October 4th through the lunar eclipse Aries full moon on October 18th. I'm your host, intuitive astrologer KG Stiles, in professional practice since 1980. Moonscopes Astrology is sponsored by PurePlantEssentials.com, Organic Aromatherapy, and HealthMasterySystems.com, the place to go for your integrative healthcare needs, including astrology sessions with me. Be sure to sign up for a free Health Mastery membership. That's a $180 value on my website at kgstyles.com. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my videos, as well as leaving your comments. I always enjoy connecting and sharing with you. On October 4th at 5:34 p.m. Pacific, we have the Libra new moon at 11 degrees Libra. We're on the threshold of our next eclipse season, and events are accelerating and picking up pace. You are feeling the pressure to conclude and bring things to completion that you initiated this year. Some of you are finally completing things that you started during the eclipse season that occurred at the end of 2012. The Libra new moon activates an impulse for creating completely new evolutionary love relationships. Now you can begin giving and receiving from others in a whole new way. Whether your relationships are of a business or personal nature, there's potential for experiencing a whole lot more juicy love between yourself and others. Make the most of this evolutionary potential for activating love in all areas of your relationships with my Libra new moon meditation. A link is posted below this video. At the time of the Libra new moon, Mercury conjuncts the North Node. This exact conjunction of Mercury to the North Node at 7 degrees Scorpio is on October 5th. This is a contract or agreement that has a feeling of destiny about it that will be enduring. So make sure that what you agree to now is something you want for the long term, which it probably will be given the astrological setup. Click on the Libra new moon astrology link posted below this video for more about the Libra new moon planetary alignments. On October 6th, Mercury at 9 degrees Scorpio exactly sextiles Pluto at 9 degrees Capricorn. Pluto has been in sextile to the North Node since last spring. Pluto and the North Node are now moving apart, as Pluto went direct shortly after the Pisces full moon on the 20th of September. However, Pluto will remain within orb of its sextile to the North Node throughout the remainder of 2013. The sextile between Pluto and the North Node signifies powerful and transformative new beginnings that have a feeling of destiny about them and are deeply grounded in truth. The last 6 months has been fantastic for fresh starts and new beginnings, especially in the areas of your life where Scorpio and Capricorn are located in your natal chart. Also on October 6th, we have a 4-planet stellium in Scorpio with Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Saturn. Now you are inexplicably drawn to explore your deepest, darkest secrets and obsessions in search of truth. What motivates your behaviors that has driven you beneath the surface now rises phoenix-like to renew your soul. Look to the press for revelations about hidden things concerning high-profile people and situations. It's a tell-all time for celebrities, political figures, and the like. On October 7th, Venus enters Sagittarius until November 5th. Your love interests are more open and less obsessive. Venus enjoys her time in Sagittarius. Your emotions lighten up considerably. You want to open your heart and share your love with others. It's a great time to be sociable and plan a get-together with your friends. It's time to party. You enjoy being with others now and enter easily into lively exchanges of feel-good energy and evolving your consciousness about loving and being loved. On October 8th, Mercury conjuncts Saturn at 10 degrees Scorpio. Again, we have the theme of a contractual agreement that is stable, grounded, and long-standing, and endures the test of time. Saturn can also represent a teacher or authority figure, or you coming into your own authority and power and ability to communicate effectively as a teacher or authority. So the energy can play out in different ways for you, and likely will. On October 10th, Venus at 2 degrees Sagittarius squares Neptune at 2 degrees Pisces. Someone could be misrepresenting themselves. There could be confusion about what the truth is in a situation. With this square aspect, there could be a feeling of discontent, loss of direction, or doubt. Just wait for things to settle. You're deepening in your intuitive ability to discern the fact from fantasy and know what's real from what's an illusion. On October 11th, we have the first quarter moon at 18 degrees Capricorn. The moon is in a T-square to Uranus, the Awakener, in Aries, the Sun, your will force to be, in Libra, and Jupiter, your higher mind, in Cancer. The Capricorn quarter moon is also in sextile to Mercury and Saturn in Scorpio on this day. Your mind is stable, you're able to communicate effectively, to shift and make necessary changes. There's a feeling of unusualness and disorientation too, as Saturn at 11 degrees Scorpio is in a quincunx to Uranus at 10 degrees, which feels unsettling, a bit like hearing a discordant note played. It's challenging to integrate the various chords being played by the heavens at this time. Uranus and Aries and Saturn and Scorpio did this discordant quincunx dance earlier this year, and it has just about played itself out. The two will move further apart and by mid-November be out of orb to one another. On October 12th, the T-square between the moon at 19 degrees Capricorn in opposition to Jupiter at 19 degrees Cancer, and both moon and Jupiter square the sun in Libra. Your soul essence energies can expand excessively. You might feel a bit exuberant and overenthusiastic for what you can accomplish as a result. Watch for overreach. However, this is a great aspect for breaking through previous blocks to how and especially the way you express yourself. Your will forces are flooded with fresh, higher mind perceptions. This is good for changing your self-image, how you express yourself, as well as how you nurture and nourish yourself. There could be some power issues that surface for integration. On October 15th, Mars, the planet of drive, taking action, enters the sign of Virgo, the original healer, whose interests are health and service. Mars will remain in Virgo until December 7th. This is a great time to embark on new health regimes and making headway in the area of your life where Virgo is located. Check out my video about the 12 houses of the zodiac to find out how Mars may be supercharging an area of your life. Where Mars is transiting in your natal chart is where you can make tremendous progress if you make and implement a plan of action now. A link is posted below. On October 15th, we also have a stellium of planets in Pisces as Neptune, Chiron, and the Moon link up in Pisces to expand your compassion and the wisdom of your heart to see more clearly with your intuitive vision. Awakening your spirituality is highlighted on this day. It's an excellent day for creating abundance in your life. On the 15th, there's another T-square between the Moon, Neptune, Chiron conjunct in Pisces opposite Mars in Virgo, both square to Venus in Sagittarius, and Jupiter in Cancer is in opposition to Pluto in Capricorn. So, something is really percolating to the surface on October 15th. This is a red-hot day for revelation that surfaces for integration. Keep your focus on healing and transformation of what surfaces now. It will be good with the right It can all be good with the right attitude and framework. Internal and external forces ignite and explode to the surface. Ask yourself, what do you really want in life? It's time to get real about your priority. It's an intense day, but ultimately very cleansing and liberating. On October 16th, Venus at 10 degrees Sag trines Uranus at 10 degrees Aries. This is a wonderful aspect for some sudden new opportunity in your life. Could be personal or business related. It fills you with excitement and new possibilities for doing something you love or being with someone you love. It's a high voltage, feel-good day for you. On October 16th, also, we have a Gram water trine helping you to heal your emotions, create a safe, secure container to express your highest ideals with Moon in Pisces trine Saturn and Mercury in Scorpio and Jupiter in Cancer. On the 16th, there's also a kite forming between the Moon in Pisces and Mercury conjunct Saturn in Scorpio, both sextiling Pluto in Capricorn and trine to Jupiter in Cancer. Opportunities for rising above what has previously held you back are available now. Very real and practical plans for moving forward can be implemented. You're on the threshold of connecting with others in a whole new way. On October 18th, we have the Aries Lunar Eclipse. This is an Aries full moon penumbral eclipse, which is usually more subtle and less noticeable. However, because the Aries full moon lunar eclipse will be activating the cardinal grand cross involving the Sun in Libra, Pluto in Capricorn, Uranus in Aries, Jupiter in Cancer, this eclipse will have a tremendous impact for individuals and the collective mind. Those with personal planets or points The Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Midheaven, Venus, Mars, and Mercury in a cardinal sign of Libra, Capricorn, Aries, or Cancer will feel the eclipse forceful activation most strongly. Eclipses bring lasting change to your life. It's like a knife that severs a cord, and eclipses, though felt as severe at the time, result in your being put firmly on your soul path. Though you may have to go through much adjustment to integrate the change over the next 6 months to a year, ultimately you will be glad that you did. I will speak more about the Libra lunar eclipse in Aries in my next Moonscopes astrology show, soon to be released. You can schedule a private astrology session to see how this eclipse season will be affecting your life and creating dynamic change for you. You can choose to be a co-creator and influence change in your life, or by default, be changed by natural forces operating to evolve your consciousness. It is your choice. Make your plans and prepare your mind for the best possible outcomes. Please leave your questions, comments below. Let me know how things are going for you. Thanks so much for joining me. Be sure to sign up for my free Health Mastery membership. That's $180 value on my website at kgstiles.com. Till next time, relax and enjoy your life. I'm your host, intuitive astrologer, KG Stiles.